Hello and welcome to the Bike Century. My name's Ben and today I am excited to be able to show you around the new 2023 CFMOTO range. Now, we've been CFMOTO dealers for around about a year and I'm really impressed with the brand and the product as well. CFMOTO is probably the best brand that you've never heard of. They are now distributed by KTM. They've got a long-standing relationship that's existed for quite some time. CFMOTO actually produced this 790 engine for KTM that you'll see in a lot of their bikes, and incidentally it is the engine that you would see in the 800 MT, of which there is a video for as well. Anyway, CFMOTO 450SR. So this is not a replacement for the 300SR, that will continue. This is a more powerful bike with a different engine configuration. So it's a really exciting bike. Very cool. We're really impressed with this, as you'll see as I point it out as we go. So starting at the front, 17-inch wheels on this bike. It's quite lightweight, so just a single disc on this with ABS. Brakes are provided by Brembo, 4-pot calipers with ABS on upside down forks. It's got a really good front end. It doesn't need twin discs, it's just too light. Think Moto 3, which is where you'll see CFMOTO, and that's kind of where they're going with this bike. It's available in two colorways. This obviously the black, red, grey, and there is also a white blue option as well. This is actually our demonstrator model, so if you're interested, you've got an A2 or a full license in a sport bike, then you should definitely consider this. This really will start to disrupt the market for Yamaha R3, for Kawasaki 400 Ninja, RC390. Pound for pound, this is a really exciting bike and incredibly different compared to the rivals in terms of its styling. There's some really nice touches. I don't know if you can quite see that, but these nice aerodynamic wings are set into the fairing with this mock carbon on top. Looks really cool, very convincing actually. To look at it with a naked eye, you would probably think it was non-laminated carbon, but all this aero work and everything like that does, believe it or not, produce some downforce. It's powered by a parallel twin, a 450cc engine that in its standard guise would produce over 50 horsepower, but this has actually been limited to 47 horsepower for the UK market and for A2 license holders. So in terms of power, it is at the top of what you can ride for A2 and will compete with any of the Japanese rivals or European rivals, even the RC390. A couple of nice little touches to point out on this side. You've got this protruding crash protector here. That's something that will help to protect the bodywork if the worst should happen. On this side as well, obviously you've got very similar styling, I would say, to the 300SR from the side. The profile looks similar, but it's actually quite a bit bigger than the 300SR, though they've managed not to add too much weight. So just over 160 kilograms on this bike. Relatively low seat position actually for a sporty looking bike. I am 5'11", I've got a shorter inner leg, and I am quite comfortable on the balls of my feet with this bike. Not particularly tall, it's under 800 millimeters. So shorter riders will definitely get on with this bike, I would say. If you're carrying a pillion, the pillion seat is quite high, but actually relative to the pillion seat pegs, it's actually not too bad. Around the back, I'll show you this light in a second. It's got a really cool rear light on it. You've got LED indicators front and rear. The finish of the bike, the quality of the components, I don't know if the video does it justice really. The finish of it's really good. As I've already said, I would put this nose to nose with any Japanese bike. Some nice touches up here. So obviously you've got it's CFMOTO branded, but I'm sure it's a Brembo product master cylinder. Span adjusters on both the brake and clutch levers, which is a rare thing to see on a bike at this price point. Nicely, nicely made slave cylinder for the brakes. It's all very well put together, all looks the part. Around the front end, you can see you've got these nice wide mirror stalks, which are a really nice thing to have in the UK. With the drivers that we have here. You've got the indicators that are mounted on the ends of those as well. They're really bright, so you're going to be seen from the front. And here, from this angle, you can see the aero profile, It looks so cool. You've got these LED strip lights also that run up the main headlight here, which cycle when you turn the bike on, so I'll show you that as well. Excuse me. Around this side, very much the same. It is a shame that it's not a twin disc, just from a cosmetic perspective, but everything on this side is as you would expect. All very well put together. The finish is exceptional. Obviously change ribbon, as you can see at the back there as well. 150 rear tyre, so it turns fast, it handles well, it's very light and agile, and it gives you a range of aftermarket tyres to change to if you want to change them at some point in the bike's life. All CFMOTOs come with a 4-year warranty, which is exceptional, again at this price point. Let's give her a switch on for him. So dash layout looks awesome, right? Switchable between power modes, and lots of information here. So this is T-Box enabled, which is CFMOTO system to allow you to connect your phone and the CFMOTO app to the bike, and that gives you some additional functionality, and that's a video that we'll make another day. But the dash is all controlled using the controls on the left hand side here. Very simple. Let's get into the dash. Says. So obviously we've got all of our standard settings in the bike, vehicle information, telephone, so you can see that my phone is actually paired with this, so you can make and receive calls from the bike using a Bluetooth headset or similar. Navigation is turn by turn and is provided using the app, as you can see. Again, we'll make a video on this. I think there's already one on our YouTube channel that we did with the 800 MT. You can play music and stuff, so again, if you've got Bluetooth connectivity to a headset, you can use that, and then obviously you can go in, set the dash up and make any changes and stuff that you want. Dash information, all very straightforward. Temperature and fuel, rev counter, speed. Here you can see that it indicates that the side stand is down, which is nice. You've got all of your menu scroll settings just down here, audio, air temperature, clock. This actually is your information for your phone, so you can see that I've got a full battery, so much signal, and I'm connected via Bluetooth, and also we've got a gear position indicator here. Before I start the bike up, it's worth talking about the engine. So it is a parallel twin engine, but it does have a 270-degree crankshaft. Now, for those of you who are not technically minded, you can probably go away and do some research on that, but if you listen to an MT-07, it's got a very similar sound to that. So due to the way that the crank works and the way that the pistons fire, it changes the note of the engine. So this does not sound like an agricultural 650 parallel twin. This sounds absolutely beautiful, and hopefully the video will do it justice. I mean, to me, that sounds like a V-twin. It sounds absolutely beautiful. And when you get it singing, it sounds amazing. I can only wait to hear what it's going to sound like with an aftermarket exhaust. So it sounds like a much bigger bike, looks like a much bigger bike. But if you're just getting onto sport bikes or you're new to riding, very easy to ride, very pliant, you know, very flickable, lightweight. It's a fantastic bike. If you're looking for an A2 legal sport bike, you should definitely come and check this out. This is actually our demonstrator, so if you're interested in test riding and you've had your license for more than a year, you know, please feel free to give us a shout. I said to you about the lights as well, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to capture this with the video, but let's just turn the lights on. I think that is awesome. Call me sad. And let's show you the rear lights as well. So the rear lights, almost Panigale-esque, I would say. So as a main dealer, obviously we're able to provide warranty work for the 4 years of ownership, service work, etc. We have stock bikes and demo bikes. We can finance the bike for you. Feel free to give us a shout and ask any questions. We're on WhatsApp live chat. We've got all the social medias. Or pop into the showroom and try the bike on massage, have a coffee and a chat, and see what we can do there. That's it from me. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Take care.